Alright guys, this is going to be my last video of the current beginner series. I started the game from scratch, the same thing that I did 2 years ago, so this is my third time. When I started from scratch, this is going to be my last time, and I will use this opportunity to record this video talking about which are, in my opinion, the best diamonds for beginners, or in other words, which are the best diamonds that you can use immediately, because probably you know, or probably you don't. Some diamonds have extreme value at low fusion, and when I say value, I mean potential for them to carry your account, be useful for you in crypt, and to be able to beat difficult fights in towers faster. And some diamonds can do that once they have some fusions up, for instance fusion 5, 6, 7, at least mid fusion and so. So today we'll be ranking the best diamonds at low fusion. So we're going to start with Assassin Kitana, complete trash. Everything that she has is a bleed on tag in, but I reckon I'd prefer bleed on special 1, for example. Black Dragon Cabal has some decent value, at least turn ways to disable the enemy, so I'm kind of hesitant whether I'm going to put him as trash or decent. Yeah, I'm going to put him as trash because the other Cabal actually has a lot of more value. We're going to get to him. Black Dragon Kano is trash. Black Dragon Tremor isn't though, because he can make sure that he gets up to 100% resistance to the boss. That can be useful against Circle of Shadow Lucane enemies that can stun you a lot in the beginning. Also, he can apply Team Fire, which shouldn't be underestimated. Bounty Hunter in Black is great. The reason why he's great isn't because he can support any character, he can be supported by any character. The reason isn't because that he is a decent fighter. The main reason is that he can give you bonuses in every single fight in towers and crypt, and currently crypt is king. We have Circle Shadow Jax trash, Kitana trash, Kung Lao trash, this guy trash, that guy trash, that, oh my god, so much trash. And then finally we have the other red Jade. She is almost trash, but at least she has the potential to reflect tons of damage back to her. So yeah, I reckon that's cool. Then Kitana is great. I mean, you need healing crypt towers. Towers not that much, but in crypt, in survival mode. And once again, crypt currently is king, so I reckon she gives a lot of value to beat crypt. So she goes into the great category. Emperor Lucane is trash. Dark Fate Terminator, oh sorry, this guy, Cold War Sub-Zero is trash, but Dark Fate Terminator is decent, reason being he can eat some X-Ray, eat it like completely negated, and he's a decent disabler, so yeah. Margot Lucane is good. I mean, he can be very useful with the Joker, for example, or with Classic Raiden, so I reckon he has some value. It's not tremendous value, but he has some value at Fusion Zero. Also, he can do fire, so not bad. Crazy Freddy is trash. Goro is like... Goro is just decent, 20% attack boost and that's it, but at least something. Also, you can use him as Sacrificial Lamp in the beginning, knowing that he's going to come back. Guardian Terminator is horrible at Fusion Zero, guys. It's horrible. Hellspawn Scorpion is great. Hellspawn Scorpion is great. I mean, 1.5 bars of starting power to martial artist. Wow, pretty nice. This guy is decent. He's only good or even godly at the hands of players such as Legendus, for instance, but generally he has some assistant value and he can stall time, so yeah, I reckon he's just okay. He can also be used with Fujin, so he can trigger Hurricane. Assassin Jade is trash, this guy is trash. Classic Rain is the first guy who goes to godly. Reason being, he can fight at low fusion, he can support at low fusion, he can do dots if you have the gear at low fusion. And you don't need to have anything fancy. He can apply to get a team, soak team, cripple team, anything if he's like joined by other Fusion Zero classics. So yeah, he's amazing. This guy is great. I was like hesitant, but I believe he deserves to be great. He actually falls a little bit now because there are so many other ways to apply incurability, but he's still useful not only because he stops regeneration, but also because he actually boosts critical hit chance by a huge margin, so that's great. So we have Classic Lucane. He goes into the great category for the sole reason that he cannot really fight at low fusion, let's be real. He is a great support and that's it. Classic Raiden though goes into the godly tier. Classic Raiden is insane. His passive is awesome. He can be used for boss kills together with Fujin in low fusion, so he's great. He's simply great. Also, he can give you bonuses in survival mode in crypt, so this guy is decent. He can do team fire and he can stun special 1, so yeah. This girl is decent. She has shield that can save you from X-Ray in the beginning. This girl is trash. This guy is complete trash. MK11 Scorpion, I believe the best character in the game and the best character at low fusion, and he doesn't fall late game. I'm currently using him primarily if I have to do towers on my main account because he melts everything in 5 seconds. Especially now after they got noob armor, I just melt everything with him, so I don't understand the argument that he's not that great late game. He is the best early game and the best late game for me, and nobody comes close. The next guy is Fujin. I believe Fujin is great. I want to put him as godly, but he's just primarily there for disable people and to be very useful against bosses, and that's it. I wouldn't really use him crypt that much in survival mode, or even normal crypt tower fights, unless it's something super like the enemies have millions of health, stuff like this. Jade is good. I mean, there are better ways to heal, let's go it that way. Cabal is good, better than the other Cabal, because at least he can do almost the same thing and he can reflect stun, so that's great. This guy is good, decent passive, like, yeah, why not? This guy is good. Actually, you know what? I believe for beginners, Noob goes to a decent category, because as a beginner it's very difficult for you to build a team that has very high chance to crit all the time, so that Noob Saibot passive can really get value out of it. Still though, he's not bad. MK11 Raiden, again, decent. MK11 Rain goes to the great category. You need healing in Crypt so much, and he's amazing. He's simply amazing. MK11 Cinder, one of the most underrated characters in the game in my opinion. Very useful for beginners. The unblockable chance can be so good in MK11 Scorpion, Classic Scorpion, and all MK11 characters. Also, resistance to stun can be very useful in certain situations. So primarily as a support, she goes to the great category. MK11 Shang Tsung, same thing, very useful healer, very useful healer. I would place him here like 5-6 months ago, but now after the buff to the crypt, he goes right there. Sub-Zero, again, very useful character, primarily as a support, and also he has dots. This girl is, I think, decent. If you really need to power drain that much, I bet you can use her. I bet you can use her against some kind of X-ray situation or stuff like this. But in my opinion, there are better ways to handle it. Melina is godly. She enables you. I mean, she is just a support, like the rest of the guys, but she also can stall, like Tagin, stun, apply bleed, and she can simply make sure that you destroy everything. Together with MK11 Scorpion, they're the best duo in the game in my opinion. Super great card. Not only MK11 Scorpion, any character that can do bleeds. For instance, match her with Assassin Scarlet, or any character that can do bleeds a lot, so, and she's going to be great. Like Slasher Jason, you name it. So, a godly character. Once you have her, your account will never be the same. This guy trash, this guy trash, this girl trash. I don't want. He's a great character, but low fusion, he cannot do much. This guy though, he can do so many things. Saves your characters, and he can spam special one like there is no tomorrow. Very good character to have. Shao Kahn is decent. In certain situations, you might want to use his special to kill whoever is there once they're below 40% health, if not a boss. So that's very useful. Scarlet goes to the good category. I want her to put her as a great, but the reality is she is not great as a fighter, and she also only gets enabled if she is teamed with Ravenous Melina. Once you team her with Ravenous Melina, she becomes like here, but if Ravenous Melina is not there, she's just okay, nothing special. MK11 Scarlet trash, you need to kill somebody to trigger her passive, and then she's Fusion 0. This doesn't really happen that easily. Davora is just decent, her passive is super outdated, and I hope they're going to buff it, but probably they're not going to do that. The Joker though, a godly character. Disable equipment, removing regeneration, making sure that you trigger the Hurricane. So many things that you can do with this character at Fusion 0. Also, you can even do Stun Loop, one of the few characters that can spam Special 2 at low fusion. Granted that you don't have really great equipment to reduce the power cost of Special 2. So, all in all, amazing character, very useful. This guy is just good, very strong Special 2 and some supportive power, but he's not that great compared to, for instance, Classic Raiden. MK11 Liu Kang is good. Actually, he's between. You know what? I'm going to put him bottom tier great, because when you need him, you'll probably beat it only because of him. The tower fight, for example. Also, he can be very useful against bosses at low fusion, and also bleed. The thing that gives to bleed. Sorry, to blind. Blind is so annoying, guys. So he deserves to be here, bottom of the great. This guy is decent. I guess he can do some dots, and more or less that's it. This guy's trash. I'm sorry, this girl is trash. This guy is good. I reckon he has very good potential at Fusion 0. Unfortunately, he cannot fight, and sometimes his power drain comes a little bit late. That's the reason why I'm going to put him as a good. MK1 Takeda, trash. Like Melina is top decent. She can give resistance to stun, which is actually better than Scarlet's. However, her healing is underwhelming. So she is a niche type of character that can save you in some situations on Fusion Zero. So she's going to be here in decent. Shank is going to the good category, top of the good category. He has so useful kit like Endless Stun Low, probably the best in the game, and there's nothing they can do about it. They cannot resist it. He has power drain and everything. The problem with Shank is that he deals so low damage that those fights, if you rely on him killing, is going to take you forever. So yeah, he's not that amazing. MK1 Kenshi is decent. The only reason why he's not trash is because of his passive actually gives him some support value, and also due to his passive he can get to X-Ray kind of fast and apply Team Burning. I believe it was Team Burning or Team Bleed, something like this. Noob Saibot though, Noob Saibot is an S. He's a great character. Super useful. The fact that he negates the damage of tagging attack can be a game changer, and also you can body snatch a fully maxed out character, so super great Fusion Zero. Tormented Soul Spawn, probably going to hate me for it, but I believe he is going to be right here. He gives you health, that's super useful, and also he is like the guy who is a nomad, and people underestimate that, but nomads give you bonuses in every single survival mode, every single crypt season, so you can always rely on this guy and always use him. And also he has like stun and the thing cripple, so you can tag him in if you're in trouble. Just do his thing and then wait a little bit to tag him out. Very good character, in my opinion. It will give value to your account, definitely. So more or less we are done. I just want to make one final adjustment. I believe MK111 Cabal should be like the upper of the decent tier, because his supportive value is there, it exists. However, you're going to use it only in very niche situations, and in general, when you talk about good supported Fusion Zero, Cabal doesn't really come to mind, let's be real. Yeah, you can use Scarlet, Fargot, Lucan, Jade, Nightwolf for more frequent basis, but Cabal will be really useful, don't get me wrong, really useful, but in only very niche fights. So, this is going to be all for you today. I hope you found this video useful. See you next one, and have an amazing rest of your day. Take care.
Perfect.